what I should say, mentor, Mr. Lenny Rivach from Israel.
Ravage, yes.
Ravich. And my dear friends, you will be listening him on YouTube live at the moment. Although you will not be seeing him regularly, but it will be on live podcast, video podcast. So
Thank
now,
you very much, by the way,
thank you, sir.
for inviting me.
Yes. So I will be calling you, sir, in that way. So my dear friends, I tell you, let us welcome this gentleman of 89-year-old from Israel. So energetic, so magnetic in personality. I am totally with you, sir, and great salute to you for your age. And I am welcoming you from my audience side, from my side on this Wonder Tips channel, that you are here with us at this age and really giving energy to everyone. Thank you, sir. Welcome, welcome.
I'm very happy to do it, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now, my dear friends, fasten your seat belts because next 40 minutes will be changing your lifestyle, changing your mind, and because I am giving little bit introduction of my guest, Lenny Ravaish is an 89-year-old keynote speaker, author, and Gestalt therapist whose life work bridges humor, healing, and human connection. My guest today is Lenny, a global speaker, author who spent his entire life exploring the power of laughter, presence, and radical optimism. At 89 years young, he brings a perspective that as wise as it is refreshing. So I will welcome again with the clapping from my all team, and I will say, sir, you just give words of wisdom in your right introduction because I am knowing it. I have given few words only, but you tell about yourself to my viewers all over the world because this podcast will be going to around 35 million people on LinkedIn
Oh,
and Facebook. Welcome, sir.
wonderful.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Give your introduction, sir. From your point of view.
My,
Yes, from your side, you give.
my side is that I'm blessed and I am grateful. And I think that it's something in spiritual that you and I meet at this moment,
Right.
that something in the spiritual realm brought you and me together. And I feel that it's something that we are being guided to do
Right. Right, sir.
for our audience, as you said, to change people who want to be changed, to give a new aspect on life, because we're living in dark times right now, and people are hurting themselves with their thoughts and with their feelings and their emotions. They're causing themselves a lot of sickness, depression. We're going through a very, very difficult time now, especially after Corona and all that's going on in the world. And we have to keep ourselves healthy and strong. And 99% of that comes from our thoughts and what we do with them and how we create them. Because thoughts don't just come to us. A thought can come to us and we can decide if we want to believe that or not. And I remember Abraham Lincoln, we had a president in the United States who said, people are as happy as they choose to be. And people don't realize that they have the will and the power to change what they're feeling. And once you change what you're feeling, if it's going to be optimistic and light and laughter and smiles and blessings and gratefulness, this is what we send into the universe.
Right.
The universe receives this and gives it back.
Right.
If we're thinking negative things, the universe will give us negativity. If we're thinking positive things and positive emotions and carrying a lot of love with us, a lot of optimism with us, a lot of joy with us, this is what the universe gives back to us. I have a ritual that I do when I leave my home in the morning. In my elevator, there's a mirror, and I look in the mirror, and I just start the day by looking in the mirror and going, I'm 89 and I'm still here.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Really. And I tell you guys, he is 89-year-old young man. And at that time, he's on my podcast, featuring on my podcast. It is privilege to me. And sir, one more good news I want to give you. Today, I have entered the LinkedIn club, LinkedIn portal with 10,000 members today. Just before
Oh,
starting
congratulations.
this, it is just the blessings of Almighty and big brothers like you. So more and more numbers will be going on, but the thing is how we can get the best in our life. And as you told that every day we need to smile, we need to laugh, we need to give something to the people so that they can enjoy in a wonderful way. So sir, now I am starting my podcast questions, around 1 minute for each question, because in within 35 to 40 minutes we will be covering it. So my first question comes, sir. Lenny, what moment in your life first made you realize that joy, humor, and awareness could actually heal people in the entire world? Please.
Well, the very first time professionally
Mhm.
was when I gave a talk, and a woman came to me and said, I don't remember much of what you said, but the pain in my back is gone from so much laughter and smiles and having fun. I discovered at that time that actually humor and laughter is a healing mechanism.
Mhm.
It's a survival. I would go so far as say survival. I don't think I could have survived without it. And I see the effect it has on other people. When somebody comes to me and says, Good morning, how are you? I don't say, Fine, thank you. I look at the person and I say, When I see you, my heart flies like an eagle. And that always gets a person to smile and start their day. Because if I want to enhance and enable and to strengthen my life, the first thing I have to do is strengthen and give people the power to enable them to do the same thing. So when I say to someone, you make my heart fly, and they smile, I've already given them a gift that for one moment they could rise above the and transcend the reality, the terrible reality, and to actually wake up from the nightmare.
Very right,
Because
sir.
we are all living in a nightmare. Our
Yes.
minds are putting us in a nightmare. Our telephones, the news, TikTok, they're putting us into a nightmare.
Yes.
And we have to just put that to the side and think of ourselves and how we can make other people happy.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So
Thank you.
my next question is, sir, your mission is delivering delight. What does delight truly mean to you beyond happiness?
Well, it's actually concentrating on the other person. If I'm giving a service, my mindset is thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve you. When you serve someone, when you come from a sense of service, um, I'll give you an example. I was in um, Bangkok a few years ago giving a keynote, and I was having breakfast, and the waitress came to me and took my order for breakfast, and then she said thank you and went away to bring my order. And I'm not from that culture where you thank a person for giving you an order. And I said, why did you thank me when I told you I wanted eggs and potatoes? And she said, because I come from a culture where every time I have the opportunity to serve someone, I get closer to God.
Aha.
Now that is delight. When you know that you're serving someone, that you're actually giving them the very best that they need at this moment,
Yes.
that brings us closer to the Holy Spirit. Some people
Wonderful.
call it God, some people call it Jesus, some people call it Allah.
Yes.
But there is a higher spirit, and her sentence about my serving you brings me closer to that higher service or God. Uh, that's why I say thank you for allowing me to serve you. This is what delivering delight is all about.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you. Amazing. Sir, now tell me, there is one word in your profile that is Gestalt, Gestalt as the way of life. What is that? You just, because you taught Gestalt not just as a therapy, but as a way of living. Please explain
Yes.
it, please. What is the exact
Well,
name?
Gestalt as a way of living is there are first of all three things that are very very important. One is awareness,
Yes.
waking up, becoming aware or mindful. The second one is process, and the other one is called phenomenology, which just means it's another word for staying in the here and now. When you think about something or go into the future, you're causing yourself a lot of stress.
Right.
When you think about something in the past, you're causing yourself a lot of resentment and guilt. And so Gestalt helps us to stay in the here and now, and it helps us actually to meet each other, in a place where nothing has to happen. There is no agenda,
Mhm.
just you and me and whatever happens next. Now, this is also a healing. This is something that Martin Buber, if you've ever read Martin Buber, he wrote a book called I Thou. And he claims that the healing is in the meeting between the people. If I don't have an agenda, if all I want at this moment is nothing
Mhm.
but to be with you in the here and now, which is very scary for a lot of people, because I'm reminded of a book, a psychology, Eric Fromm, The Fear of Freedom.
Mhm.
We're afraid to leave our script. Good morning, how are you? Fine, thank you. How are you? This is a script, but if we just stay in the here and now with each other and take what is happening to us and becoming aware of what we are feeling, of what we are thinking, this is what the Gestalt can heal. Number one, by being aware, and number two, by meeting a person in a place where they have never been met before.
Mhm.
And this is the healing in
Great.
Gestalt. I teach this. People come to me for mentorship. People come to me for therapy because they're having problems in their lives. Let me just give you an example of awareness. I was in therapy some years ago, and I had an appointment with my therapist at 3 in the afternoon. I also am an actor and a director in the theater and the movies. And I got a call from my agent, And he said, there's a very big director who wants to meet you at 3 p.m. And that was exactly the time that I was supposed to meet my therapist. So I called my therapist and I said, I can't come today because I have to meet a director, but I know that it's late, so I will pay you. Her reaction shocked me. She said, what am I, a prostitute? You're going to pay me for nothing? You're going to just pay me? I'm nothing to you. I'm not a human being to you. And I said to her, look, I'm coming and I'm going to cancel my appointment with the director because what you're saying to me now is very familiar in my life. People are angry with me and I have no idea why. And I need to come today and not go to the audition, but to come and see you. After the session was over, I realized this is becoming aware of something that was unconscious. I was breaking appointments of other people. I was double promising. I would promise someone I'll see you at 7 and something else would come up and I'd call them, I can't come. And I realized that by double promising, I was disappointing, hurting, and making people frustrated and angry. And I made a promise, a commitment to never, ever double promise again. And then my agent calls me and says, are you available on the 13th to give a keynote? And I said, no, I have a meeting with my group of Gestalt. And he goes out of his mind because he's losing money. And he says, what do you mean you go to Gestalt? How much do you make? $200, $300? I'm giving you something that's $10,000, $15,000. And I said, I'm committed to that group. And I will never double promise again. That has changed my life. That's what awareness can do.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So, coming on to my next question about humor and healing, many people think humor is superficial. How does humor become a deep transformational tool in our lives?
It's not only not superficial, as I said before, it's survival. If you could look at something, you see, people ask me what my opinion is about something. And my answer is, I once had an opinion, and it was the worst day of my life. Because having an opinion closes you. And if you have to be either right or wrong, you get into arguments with people. If you just become a witness to what's going on in front of you, you could actually find the humor.
Right.
I have a way of making my wife laugh when she's in tension. She'd be driving the car and she'd say, these roads are so small and you can't even get by. And I said to her, look, imagine that these roads are built for camels and donkeys. And we're in a camel, and there's a donkey over there waiting for us to go. And there's just the imagery, would put her into this state of humor. And she's driving the car, and she almost laughed so much she couldn't control herself by that image of the camel and the donkey. So I don't have opinions. I don't have something that if somebody goes against my opinion or my ideas that I freak out. People are separating families because someone voted for this one and not for this one. They're losing friends. You say something on Facebook or you say something on X, and you lose people. They take themselves so seriously. So the first thing is, as a witness, you have to stop taking yourself seriously. And I often tell people I used to take myself seriously until I realized that nobody else does. So I'm going to stop it myself and just spend a lot of time laughing at myself. And when I make a mistake or when I do something, and just listen and give people respect and have no opinion. Yes, that's humor.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, it is really wonderful that when I talked first time with you, I don't know how you thought that I should feature with Mr. V.K. Chaudhary. In first go, you accepted. Yes, we will go. So,
Yeah.
otherwise, you are such a big gun in this industry of personal development. Even then, you thought that yes, I should give time to VK and let him enjoy with my time, and we can, because your mindset is very much clear. You want to give happiness to people all over the world. As I have told you, that this podcast will be going to more than 35 million people.
I'm so happy. I'm so
Thank you,
happy
sir.
about
Thank you.
that.
And
Thank you.
you and me both will be traveling here and there in their heads, in our people's head. And happiness is a great thing which you are doing. So now coming on to the next point, sir. You have worked with people in pain and hardship. What is the first internal shift that helps someone move from suffering to strength?
Well, yes, that's a very good question because suffering is an option.
Right.
You know, if somebody is sad or in pain because they've lost someone, and you can meet them there and just be with them, that's sort of a healing process in itself. Not saying anything, not doing anything, just letting the person know that you're with them. And they're in pain, but they choose not to suffer
Right.
because suffering is not a good option. Once I get close enough to a person, I can ask them, look, you can feel pain, and at the same time, you could laugh. And I ask them, would you like to try an experiment with me? And I will do this with you and your listeners right now.
Okay.
Because when we laugh, there's chemicals in our body, serotonin, or I don't know how you call it, serotonin, that kills the pain. It lowers the blood pressure. It relaxes the anxiety.
Mhm.
And so I teach people how to laugh. And I do that through what is called chakra laughter. And you, of course, know what a chakra is. It's an energy point in our body. We have one in our throat. We have one in our chest. We have one in our belly button. And so what I might do very, very kindly, like I do with the audience right now, very gently, if you want to do that with me to learn chakra laughter,